In this podcast episode, the guest James Brolin discusses various topics with Bill Maher. The conversation covers a wide range of subjects, including Brolin's potential role as James Bond, his experiences in the entertainment industry, his views on marriage and relationships, his thoughts on Western medicine, and his opinions on current social and political issues. The conversation begins with Brolin revealing that he was once considered for the role of James Bond, but ultimately lost the opportunity to Roger Moore. He jokingly mentions that he thought he had the job until Roger Moore decided to do one more film. The discussion then shifts to JFK Jr., with Brolin expressing his belief that JFK Jr. would have become president if he hadn't tragically died in a plane crash. He also mentions his admiration for JFK Jr.'s potential and punctuality. The conversation takes a light-hearted turn as Maher notices Brolin's man purse and teases him about it. Brolin playfully responds, stating that he can get away with having a purse because he is a macho man. They continue to banter about Brolin's appearance and his aversion to compliments from his mother. The discussion then moves on to Brolin's experiences in the entertainment industry. He shares a story about stealing $10 from his mother as a child and using it to buy 40 packs of cigarettes, which he then opened and stored in a silver salad bowl. He also talks about his shyness and struggles with public speaking and relationships, including his first marriage. Maher and Brolin discussed the concept of marriage and the decision to enter into a lifelong commitment. They both expressed their skepticism about the institution and question why people voluntarily lock themselves into a relationship that is likely to change over time. They also touch on the influence of societal expectations and the pressure to conform to traditional norms. The conversation then turns to the topic of Western medicine, with Brolin expressing his reservations about blindly following medical advice. He criticizes the pharmaceutical industry and the prevalence of direct-to-consumer advertising of prescription drugs in the United States. He also shares his personal experiences with mercury poisoning and his decision to have his mercury fillings removed. Maher and Brolin discuss the role of doctors and the pressure they face to provide answers and solutions. They both expressed their skepticism about the medical profession and the need for patients to take an active role in their own healthcare. They also touch on the importance of questioning medical advice and considering alternative approaches to healing. The conversation takes a humorous turn as Brolin shares anecdotes about his interactions with John Wayne and Walter Matthau. He describes John Wayne as a larger-than-life figure and recalls seeing him on the Universal lot. He also shares his admiration for Walter Matthau's comedic talent and recounts a memorable lunch with him. The discussion briefly touches on the concept of being woke and the changing social and political landscape. Brolin admits that he is still trying to understand the meaning of the term and its implications. Maher explains that woke originally referred to being alert to injustice but has since been co-opted and used to champion nonsensical ideas. The conversation continues with Brolin discussing his love for the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz and the importance of starting each day with a positive mindset. He also mentions his wife Barbra Streisand's upcoming autobiography and predicts that it will be a bestseller. The conversation continues with Brolin and Maher discussing the concept of truth and lying in politics. Brolin mentions that he appreciates honesty and finds it refreshing, but acknowledges that politicians often have to lie or manipulate the truth to get things done. Maher agrees, stating that all presidents and politicians have to engage in shady practices to make progress. The discussion then shifts to conspiracy theories, with Brolin expressing his interest in researching various topics such as the JFK assassination and the 9/11 attacks. He mentions his skepticism about the official narratives surrounding these events and questions the motives and actions of political figures involved. Maher, on the other hand, dismisses most conspiracy theories as baseless and highlights the importance of critical thinking and evidence-based analysis. The conversation then delves into the COVID-19 pandemic, with Brolin sharing his personal experience of contracting the virus. He mentions feeling unwell and experiencing symptoms such as ringing ears and a strange sensation in his spine. Brolin also expresses his skepticism about the effectiveness of vaccines, citing his own experience of getting vaccinated and subsequently contracting the virus. Maher counters by stating that vaccines have saved millions of lives and acknowledges that there are still many unknowns about the virus. The discussion then turns to the polarization of society and the lack of tolerance for differing opinions. Brolin emphasizes the importance of accepting and living amongst people with different views, while Maher criticizes the lack of humor and the tendency to take offense in today's society. They both agree that people should be able to engage in open and respectful dialogue, even if they disagree. The conversation also touches on other topics such as Brolin's experiences as a rancher and race car driver, his admiration for Marlon Brando, and the changing landscape of entertainment. They discuss how action movies and comedy have evolved over time, with Maher pointing out the comical and outdated nature of older action sequences. Throughout the podcast, Brolin and Maher engage in light-hearted banter and share personal anecdotes. They discuss their own experiences with illness, aging, and the challenges of navigating the entertainment industry. Brolin expresses his desire to transition into directing, while Maher reflects on the changing dynamics of comedy and the importance of laughter. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.